The Cold War, Chapter 4. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union emerged as the biggest superpowers in the world. Even though they had been allies during the war, the two countries were very different. The USSR was based on communism. The US had, and continues to have, a democratic form of government based on capitalism, which is the opposite of communism. With capitalism, individuals can own property in businesses. With communism, individuals cannot. After the war ended, both countries aspired to become the biggest superpower. The rivalry was known as the Cold War. The Cold War wasn't a war exactly, but a standoff between the United States and the USSR, along with their respective allies. Each side wanted to spread its ideals, influence, and form of government throughout the world. Each side also wanted to prevent the other from attacking them militarily, especially with nuclear weapons, which are far deadlier than conventional weapons. The space race was a major part of the Cold War. Other aspects of the Cold War included the arms race, to see which side could develop bigger and better weapons, especially nuclear weapons. Espionage and counter-espionage. Espionage is another word for spying, and counter-espionage means activities and equipment to prevent an enemy from spying on you. The building of the Berlin Wall in 1961, which divided the country of Germany into communist East Germany and non-communist West Germany. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, which almost drove the US and USSR into a military war with each other. The Vietnam War, in which the country of Vietnam was split into two, North Vietnam, which wanted a communist form of government, and South Vietnam, which did not. The space race was connected to the arms race in that the United States and the USSR both tried to develop space weapon technologies in the event that there was an actual war between the two sides. The space race was also connected to espionage and counter-espionage as both countries tried to develop ways to spy on each other from space. In these ways, the space race was very much about national strength and national security for both countries. The term Cold War was famously used by George Orwell in his essay called You and the Atom Bomb. An atom bomb is a type of nuclear bomb. In the essay, Orwell described a peace that is no peace, that would keep the two superpowers in a continuous and ever-escalating near war. The Treaty of an Open Sky. In 1955, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower proposed an open skies plan to the USSR. The plan would allow the U.S. and the USSR to monitor each other's military activities using aerial surveillance, which means taking photos and videos from high up in the sky. The USSR rejected the plan. However, the idea was revived several decades later, and in 1989, U.S. President George H.W. Bush signed an Open Skies Agreement. In 1992, many countries around the world signed the new Treaty on Open Skies, including some of the former republics of the Soviet Union.